drank that whole bottle. Ashton just saw the cheese string. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lindsay. Today I'm going to share what my 11-month-old eats in a day. His name is Ashton. We did baby-led weaning with him. I did a whole series of videos on it, so if you want to check those out, I'll link them down below. But in this video, I want to share what he eats in a day, like milk from his formula and then also his solids. I shared in my previous video here why we switched to formula. From breastfeeding. I switched at 10 months and I went into a little bit of why and shared my heart in this video here, so go and check that out if you want to. So in the morning he actually woke up. He still tends to wake up like once during the night and it's really close to the morning, so he woke up at 6 a.m. Sometimes he wakes up at like 4 or 5 and he can definitely go back to sleep after that. But this morning he woke up at 6 and he didn't fall back asleep. But we gave him a 4-ounce bottle and he drank 3 ounces. And then he didn't end up falling back asleep, but he did lay in his crib for until 7. Which I tend to really stress, like when I'm sleep training, that like 7 is a wake up time. But then when he got up at 7, we just played for a bit and then I made breakfast. Today we just had toast, bananas, and yogurt, which is a pretty common breakfast. Sometimes we do eggs or pancakes or something. On the toast, I put peanut butter today. We just use like a Kraft peanut butter. I used to try and use, you wanna come up? Say hi, this is Hayden.
Hi, this is Hayden.
Ashton is napping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to try and use like a natural peanut butter, but they just don't spread. So we're just using Kraft. So this is him eating. And then I'll show you at the end like how much he ended up eating. He really liked the yogurt this morning and ate quite a bit of it. And he really seems to like banana as well. Toast is a great way to expose your baby to nuts. So this one has peanut butter on it, but you could use almond butter or cashew butter and get them to try those high allergen foods as well. Just make sure it's spread very thin, otherwise it can be a choking hazard. As he finished his banana, I could tell he wanted more, so I added more to his tray. And with every meal, I make sure I'm offering water. I find that it really keeps him eating, just like you would drink something while you were eating. Ashton's yogurt is just a high-fat plain yogurt, and I sweeten it with frozen fruit, and I'll usually add some chia seeds as well. What I love about baby-led weaning is from the beginning, he's basically just eaten a version of what we're eating. So I can make him the exact same thing as Hayden and just serve it to him slightly different and safely for a baby. So he left behind a lot of the toast, ate most of the banana and all of the yogurt. He's 11 months now, so I'm in the process of weaning him off of the formula and moving him to cow's milk. So right now I'm doing 50-50 of formula and cow's milk. I started at like 1/3 cow's milk, and then I'll slowly transition to the opposite of that. make him a bottle before his naps. I know some people do after sleep. We've always just done before sleep. I'll put a little schedule of like what his day like generally looks like right here. We usually wake up like around 7 to 8, and then nap is usually like 2 to 3 hours later. I'll put that schedule here. So for this nap, I gave him 4 ounces of milk and he only drank 2. So far he hasn't finished a bottle of milk, but that's normal. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. So yeah, he's down for his nap right now, and I'll share with you guys what we end up having for lunch, because that'll be the next thing that he eats. Ashton just saw the cheese string and now he really wants it. So he'll likely have 2. I'll show you how I prepare those. Ashton, I know, baby. Okay, come here, come on. Come here. This is how I'm cutting the tomato. I still cut it into quarters because I'm overly cautious and there's nothing wrong with it. You want the cheese? Okay, let's put you in your high chair. Cheese string, because the shape is like round, it can actually be a choking hazard similar to like hot dogs, grapes, tomatoes, all that. So I always make sure that it's split into, I don't know, at least 4, but more like 6. And then I usually just like break it. So he has a lot of pieces and it hopefully lasts him a little longer. And then I'm also going to give him the low sodium Ritz just to kind of round out the meal.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, my sweetie. Are you my little squeak? Yes, you my little squeak.
Show you guys what he ate from his lunch, which was not very much at all, to be honest. He had like 1 cheese string, this was the second one, and like a bite of a cracker, which is really odd for him. Okay, it is 1:30 now and I'm giving Ashton another bottle. He's going down for his nap. This bottle has 4 ounces in it, so we'll see how much he drinks. He drank that whole bottle, which is actually not surprising. Yeah, 1 sec, honey. Which is actually not surprising because he didn't really eat a very good lunch earlier, much less than he would normally eat. So I'm not surprised that he actually had this whole bottle. After his nap, we had an apple for a snack, and I cut it up matchstick style. Apples are a choking hazard until the age of 2, until they have those like back teeth, because they're such a hard fruit. So I cut them up matchstick style and he can eat them like that. They're just a good snack, another way to serve apples, because people often think that they can just do applesauce at this age.
Things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told.
This is my go-to dinner. It's frozen chicken in the air fryer. It takes about 18 minutes. Raw chicken would take about half of that. It turns out so good, probably from the salt they use to preserve it before freezing it. I don't add any spices or sauce. It just turns out perfect without it. The key is to let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes before you cut into it, and then the juices don't come out. Then I cut it up into strips and small pieces for Ashton. He really likes it. The rest of the meal is some leftover potatoes and veggies, and I steamed some broccoli because it was about to go bad and needed to be used. This whole dinner took about 20 minutes to make, and it was ready and on the table. Meals don't have to be difficult and fancy, they just have to be simple and healthy for your family.
There.
Tired? Chicken. Peas. Potato. Broccoli. Sorry for the blurriness of this shot. My mom had come over for dinner and I just wasn't as focused on the camera. Ashton is about to stuff that big piece of broccoli in his mouth, and I cook broccoli so that it's soft enough to squish, so he can totally manage that, no problem. And he has been chewing for months now, so he has no problem with something like that now. Again, he's just having water throughout the meal. I find that it really helps him to continue eating. Another thing I have found that has motivated him to keep eating is the grab ease fork. I noticed him eyeing up my fork like a few weeks prior to this, so we have these grab ease forks from when Hayden was a baby, and I find it motivates him to want to eat a little bit more. So if he tends to lose interest, I'll usually pull these out and it will help him to get a little bit more food in. Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
Mama, just got master, okay? A master.
Yay! After a little bit of playtime after dinner, I get his bottle ready. I'm doing 8 ounces at bedtime, so it's 4 ounces formula and 4 ounces milk to transition him to regular milk. And then I just give it to him in his chair, in his room, and then I'll brush his teeth and we will read some books. If he wakes up during the night, we really try to just give him water and not give him milk, but that doesn't always go as planned. But yeah, this is everything that Ashton ate today. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. So it's super late now, bedtime. Ashton did end up drinking all 8 ounces and had a bit of trouble falling asleep. I had to go back in and actually gave him 2 more ounces of milk. So he went to bed with 10 ounces tonight. Hopefully he sleeps through the night, but like I said this morning, he tends to still wake up once near like the morning. But yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so I know to make more, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.